VIP magazin. Nedjelja u 20 sati.
Mr. Chaundhary, first of all, thank you for your time. It's great honor to have you here on our TV, in our studio. First question that I have to ask you, what's the main reason that you visited Sarajevo? Is it a business or pleasure or combination of both of that?
Well, thank you so much for inviting me to your show. I'm grateful that I got this opportunity to come here and talk a bit about my first-hand experience of this part of the world. Me coming to Sarajevo has been a bit of both, and it's more also to understand the country at large. We've started our first noodles manufacturing in Serbia, and we are exporting in Balkan. So naturally this is a natural market for us, and we are looking at a couple of opportunities here as well. So we thought we should, as they say, seeing is believing. So when you see, you get to taste, the whole look and feel is different. So that's one of the reasons why we are here.
What do you think about our country, our culture, and our town, precisely?
Well, this is the first time I'm here, and I was telling a dear friend, Mr. Muyo, that the first thing when I landed here at the airport, the feeling one gets is people are welcoming. People are so warm. So even in our culture, we are exactly like this. So I said, we may be miles apart, we may be in one part of the world, but culturally there are a lot of similarities. So that's also one of the reasons why I am beginning to fall in love with Sarajevo.
Are you planning to make some business here in our country?
Yes, we are looking at right now in a few industries, a few verticals. Like I said, this is the first trip, but we are getting to know. So I think I'll be able to better answer you when I come here next. Once we understand the whole country, once we understand the deals, once we understand how it's gonna happen. So it'll take some time.
I would like to talk about your family, if you don't mind, because the history of your family is quite interesting. As I managed to read something on the internet, if I'm correct, your great-grandfather started some textile business and then clothing industry, and that was the beginning of your family business, if I'm correct.
That's right. So my great-grandfather moved from India about 140 years back, and my grandfather, he started rather sown the seeds of the company, and I give full credit to my father for taking this company to a completely new height. I give him full credit also for putting Nepal on the global map, and it's because of him that we've been able to spread our wings all over the world, and the journey never stops.
Your father had a quite great career. He's, as you said, he managed to put the company in one leading position in the world, but also he's a writer. He also do a lot of charity work. That proves that he's a quite great man.
Yes, as they say, you got to be a complete man. Now a complete man has to have all the qualities. Now for me to have a mentor like him, it's God's blessings. I think it's God's calling that he wanted me to be trained under my father. And there is so much to learn from him every day. Every day when I'm with him, I learn something or the other. And coming to your question, yes, the autobiography which he first launched in Nepal, that became a bestseller, and he's done it in 5-6 different other languages as well.
What is the part of your culture and your way of behaving? Because a lot of guys will say, for the rich people, why do you even care about the poor people? But what's the main reason that is your primary function in your company, to help someone who is in need, to help someone who is in trouble, to help someone who is poor?
It's in the DNA. It's a call which comes from within. No one needs to coax you or tell you that you do this. All these things that we are doing is because we feel and we believe that until and unless we are able to uplift the lower strata or do something for them, we will not be able to get a holistic growth. So we need to take care of people who don't have access to what one probably has, or let's say a privileged person has. So keeping that in mind, I think it's very, very important for all of us individually. I'm keeping the company aside. Even if you help a person in your own little way, you've done a good deed. So these good deeds, also, and the blessings we get from the people as well, has made us reach this far.
Well, I have to ask you one question that the audience expects from me to ask you. Is it hard to live as a rich man for many reasons? You have a lot more reason not to trust someone, or is it hard to find true and honest friends and to notice that someone is not hanging out with you only because of interest?
Okay, that's a good question actually. We were sent to a boarding school, a residential school, when we were 6 years old. So we left home and we went to boarding school when we were really, really young. So most of my close friends have grown up with me. So when you grow up with someone, you don't know who's rich or who's powerful. It doesn't matter. And the beauty of such relationships are, till date, we are exactly how we were 20, 25 years back. Nothing has changed. And even making new friends, obviously, we have all sorts of people, but when building relationships and stuff, my close friends are the ones from the school. And as far as professionals go in the company and stuff, I feel that we have a habit of trusting people, delegating people, giving full authority to people. Otherwise, we would not grow the way we are. It's because of them we are growing, and it's because of us they are also growing. So you have to have a right balance. You have to have a good check and balance. You need to have a good control over the system. You need to monitor the key aspects, so which we do from our own mechanized system.
Is it the hardest challenge for you, or for man of your rank, to stay normal even when he passed so much in life, when he achieved some great career? Is it the greatest challenge to stay normal and to stay, just as you said, that guy from the high school?
Yeah, so to sum this question up, I think you have to be consistent, that's it. Once you're consistent, normal, abnormal, nothing stops you, because you don't change. And that's the beauty of one's being, That's the beauty of why one will respect you. Because no matter what, rich, poor, super poor, doesn't matter, he hasn't changed.
Are you planning to come back?
Absolutely. I think most likely I'll be back in August or September.
That's the good period to visit Bosnia.
Yeah.
Thank you really for your time, and to this pleasure to have an interview with you.
Thank you so much. I enjoyed talking to you in terms of the frankness with which you asked me questions. It was on point and it was point blank. I hope I was able to convey my messages clearly.
I'm satisfied.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.